Good morning, class 8. Myself Ranjit Kumar. I welcome you all in the e-learning program of Modern English School, Kunti Nagar, Nevada. This is the second lecture of the topic conservation of biodiversity. So, in last topic or last video, we have discussed what is biodiversity. We have also discussed how to conserve biodiversity, what is the aim of conservation. We have also discussed importance, means why we need biodiversity. Those things we have discussed. In species, what is species, what is ecosystem, all these things we have discussed here. So in today's video I will explain you once again the importance of biodiversity with some examples. Okay, if someone asks you what is the importance of biodiversity, so let me rephrase this question. If I change the same question, what is the importance of different variety of living organism on this earth? Again, so if someone asks you, I will ask you why you need cow. You will say we get milk from that. Why we need honeybee? Honeybee is required. It help in pollination and it also help in, it gives us honey. Why do we need cereals? We need cereals because we get food from the cereals. Why we need medicinal plants? Because we get medicine from there. Some plants are used as fodder. Some plants like teak is used to, that gives us timber. Rubber tree, this that gives us rubber. Different animals, from the sheep we get wool, and also we get meat. So these are the things that is important. So biodiversity, different life form is important, because if I am saying we need different type of plants, because we get food, we get fodder, we get fibers, we get timbers, we get rubbers from different plants. So that's why we need different type of plants. Next, why do we need different type of animals? Second point, we need different type of animals because we get different thing from different animals. We get honey from the honeybee, we get silk from the silkworm, we get milk from the cow, we get egg from the chicken, and all those things that we get. So that's why this different type of animal and plant is important. So first point, why important, different type of animal or different variety of living organism. Why important? Because we need different thing, we get different thing from different animal. So different type of, different variety of animal or organism should be there. Apart from these two main requirements, some other factor is also there. Why do we need different variety? For example, you have studied in chapter 1, means in chapter 2, in microorganism nitrogen cycle, rhizobium bacteria, cyanobacteria, that is blue green algae. These two microorganisms help to fix atmospheric nitrogen and make nitrogen available to the plants. So this nitrogen is essential part of protein. That's why we cannot make protein, means plants cannot make protein without nitrogen. So I can say the microorganism like rhizobium bacteria, cyanobacteria, these are helpful to maintain the, preserve the fertility of the soil. We can also say microorganism clean air and water. How we can say? For example, if some dirt or some dead animal is there, so microorganism will decompose it and decompose. Just imagine if there would have been no microorganism, what would have had happened to the dead animals, dead plants? What would happen? Who will decompose it? If there is no microorganism, so microorganism will clean the air and it will clean the water. Okay, second point. Third point, it also help in recycling of nutrients, means nutrients are recycled For example, if microorganism decompose plants, the whatever nutrient is present in the plant, that will be mixed in the soil, and once it get mixed into the soil, that substance is now mineral for the new plant. So we can say it is recycling the nutrient. So microorganism is essential for recycling the nutrient. Okay, different animals are dependent upon each other directly or indirectly. One example, one simple thing, if I am saying, what is food chain? Food chain, it is a chain in which one organism eat other organism and being eaten by other organism. For example, grass is eaten by grasshopper, grasshopper is eaten by frog, frog is eaten by snake, and snake is eaten by eagle. So all this sequence, this chain is called food chain. So here grass is food for the grasshopper, and grasshopper is the food for the frog, and frog is the food for the snake. Do one thing, you remove all the frog from this entire earth. If you remove all the frog, what will happen? Immediately there will be no predator of the grasshopper, so the amount of grasshopper will increase. If amount of grasshopper is increasing, then definitely it will damage our crops, and if it is damaging our crops, that will result to problem, that will be problem for me. See, at the same time, if you remove frog, for a snake there will be no food, then a snake will also die, and if a snake die, then eagle also will not have the food, so they will also die. So different form of living organism is there, because one is acting as food for the other organism. So we can say food chain and the food web. Food web is nothing, same thing. Two or more food chain, interconnected food chain is called food web. So the food chain and the food web make food available to all living organism. So if there is no variety of living organism, there will be no food chain, and if there is no food chain, there will be a ecological imbalance. Okay, I'll give you one example. I will explain you one thing. What are the drawbacks? What will happen? What will happen if there is loss of biodiversity? Two type of effect can be there: long-term effect and short-term effect. For example, if a particular Adivasi, or the person who is living near to forest, they are dependent upon the forest for their livelihood. Likewise, fishermen, they are living near the sea or ocean, they depend upon fish for their livelihood. Once that particular species is lost, then there will be a ban of fishing, there will be a ban on cutting the trees. That immediate means short term loss will be to the livelihood of the person living near that area. So one example I'll give you: around in 1990s, exactly in 1992, Canada banned the fishing of cod. Cod is a fish, and that was banned because the number of fish falls drastically. That's why Canadian government in 1992 they banned the fishing, and that resulted into the loss of livelihood for the fishermen in Canada. So we can say in short term, if biodiversity is lost, that will be a loss of biodiversity. Short term loss is there, then there will be a loss of, or there will be no livelihood. That will affect the livelihood for the person who is depending upon that. If I am saying for long duration, so in long duration, if we are talking, it can even affect the existence of our existence will come to an in danger. Our existence will come to danger. I'll give one example. Whatever food we get, the maximum food that we get, it comes from about 20 species of plant. The food that we eat, it comes, whichever variety of food you ask, it comes from around 20 species of plants, from where we get the ingredients from which we make the food. around 1970, during 1970, once what happens, there was a virus, means one virus affected our rice crop, and that virus was so dangerous, it was affecting throughout the Asia, and it was like the rice will, that species of, means that species of rice will be over from this planet Earth. So what scientists does, what they did, they went into the wild, means the area which was untouched, they went into the wild, and they looked for different variety of rice, means wild variety of rice, and they searched around 6,000 of wild rice variety, and out of searching for 6,000 varieties, they found a single plant that was resistant towards that virus. So after finding that variety, with using that variety, now scientists develop a variety of rice which was disease resistant. So if that wild variety would have not been there, means if without knowing its use, if we would have removed, and that biodiversity, means that variety of plant would have been not there, then there would be a difficulty for us, because we would have lost the rice plant. Okay, with this example I explained you why it biodiversity is important. I have explained you two example. I have told you to understand, if biodiversity is lost, what problem could we face. Short term we can lose livelihood, long term even it can affect existence of us, means it can affect our existence. Okay, hope you understand. If you have any problem, you can ask. And the notes which I have explained, that not example, the thing which I have explained, it I already mentioned in the last video. You can note it from there only. Okay, thank you.